Hello, the Don Brooks Show, and of course I'm Don Brooks. Hope everybody's doing great. This one is titled Georgia, Texas, and Jim Crow. Georgia, Texas, and Jim Crow. Lots going on in the two states in the state of Texas and Georgia. I'm not going to go into detail. You can read about it, but there have been measures to kind of turn back the pages of progress, and people are concerned about voting, or shall we say the restrictions to vote in Georgia and Texas. And a lot of this has to do with, in my opinion, the last elections in both states. Texas has the closest race in a long time, since 1996, I believe, where the Republicans did win the presidency. They got the most votes, but it was very close. And in Georgia, as we all know, the Democrats overtook the Republicans. So, because of these two events, a lot of people feel that Georgia and Texas have done things to suppress minority voting. You can read about it and make up your own mind. But it takes me back to another time in American history. And that time was the time of Jim Crow, when Jim Crow laws were enacted. Now you might be saying Jim Crow, a lot of people don't know about that. What Jim Crow did, Jim Crow's objective was to keep African Americans from voting by the use of the poll tax and keeping racial segregation in place. Now, one of my heroes, Lyndon Johnson, signed the Civil Rights Act in 1965. In effect, it was to do away with racial discrimination, segregation in the workplace and in public places, and also to do away with things that would keep minorities from voting. So and that was in 65. And they were called Jim Crow laws. Now we'll get into why they were called Jim Crow laws in a few minutes. But we don't want to turn back the hands of time in that direction. What can we do? If these laws are passed and it look like they are, we can just be more determined to vote. It's a shame that anybody would try to keep people from voting when that is the one way we speak our mind and it's heard by the vote. So let's not go back to Jim Crow laws in Texas, in Georgia, or anywhere else. No, Jim Crow was the name was after this guy who was in the early 1900s, 1903, 1803, not 1903. That makes it worse. In 1803, he had a little minstrel show where he made fun of black people by putting blackface on and doing the bug out and doing the dances and everything. The derogatory things. And it was his name was Thomas Rice, but he did this little thing which was called Jim Crow. Jim Crow is just another derogatory name for black people. Okay, that's all it is. But anyway, we don't want to go back to the days when Jim Crow was in effect. We can't go backwards. We made too much progress. Okay, serious subject, and because we're going into some serious times, just about every Don Brooks show henceforth will be serious. When I start laughing and joking, that means that things are getting much better. But not right now. Talk to you later.